Hi guys and welcome to Bomb Anime.
It's your girl Ruka.
A big boy Simon here, bringing you a heart and nut of Puraore, Pride of Orange.
Sorry if I sound really sick today. I am very ill, so just give me a pass. Creativity. So as soon as I watched the opening, I was like, oh, I f***ed up. Now I'm joking. The opening was a little bit, but they also have a really terrible naming sense. How is the team called Dream Monkeys? Please. It's hard to judge because this is like a slice of life type anime. So when it comes to this, it's always gonna be like weak in the creative part because it's just a normal world. It's a school and they're joined up to their sports teams.
As soon as I watched this, I was like, yes, I didn't pick this one. In terms of creativity, I like Yoko's character. I think she's the most aspect of creative here because she's decided that she's going to buck the trend of actually being fully focused on sports and creating something that's more entertaining and a little bit more, and that is her dream, that is her ninja way. And I like that element of it. It is quite creative in that sense. In terms of the anime itself and what I've seen so far of Puraore, it's not creative in the, I guess, global sense of things, but it's quite creative in the ambitious sense of things. They're not pigeonholing these girls. They're doing sort of things to do with stitching and whatnot, which is your classical thing that girls would do. But then they're also going, cool, ice hockey, cool, learning new things, which don't necessarily pigeon them in the whole cutesy wootsy little girl camp. And I like that. It's quite nice.
Entertainment. I think that there's quite a bit of humor in here. Not like you're not gonna laugh out loud or anything, but a little chuckle here and there. It's got a nice type of natural humor. Also, even though this is based on aesthetics, whoever did like the backgrounds and stuff like that did an absolutely amazing job. The colors are so vivid, it's so detailed. It was really beautiful. Like when I first saw the first couple of scenes, I was like, wow, it's really, yes, well done. Yeah, so like I was saying, I think it is quite funny at times, and it's a little bit weird because, like you said, this hockey teacher is basically saying that she's gonna create like a hockey idol club without any of the players knowing that that's what she's doing. She's just gonna do it. So it's interesting.
So in terms of entertainment for me, look, I'm gonna be straight. This is not my cup of tea. I am not interested in an anime sort of like this whatsoever. However, there are lots of entertaining values to it. Yoko's character, as I mentioned before, she is quite entertaining. Her interaction with the male counterpart is actually really nice. It's a dominant, submissive interaction. The interaction with Riko and her side is a dominant, submissive interaction. And the other four girls have their whole dynamics between the team. So you've got the always loud one, the one that's always a no, the one that's the shy but really talented one, and the one that's just there to be the pretty girl. It's quite nice to see these interactions happen. And I do like the idea that they're third years, they're looking at it with new eyes and trying to jump on it. And I do see some entertaining qualities in here. Is it for me? Absolutely not. But yeah,
there's your verdict right there. No need, switch off right now. No need to continue.
Nah, it's just not an entertaining thing for me. I didn't watch this feeling entertained, but I did enjoy watching it.
Character development. So I would say that the most well-rounded character would be Yoko, even though she is a little bit of a psycho. I mean, like I was saying, who makes an ice hockey idol team without actually telling the players themselves, like, they're the ones who have to be wanting to do this for this to be successful, but she's just going ahead at it. I would say that for the other girls, unfortunately, there isn't that much of any kind of personality, in my opinion. They seem to all be the same, apart from like a few different aspects, like Manika being the one that sort of charges forward, the one that sort of makes the decisions and drags the rest of them along, and then like Naomi, who's kind of shy and a little bit over everything. But for the most part, I would say that they're just the same kind of person with different lines. There wasn't anything for me to distinguish them from each other apart from their hair color, and that is actually how I was. Green hair, ginger hair, blonde hair. Like, I'm sorry, they're just basically the same person. Apart from Mami, who I actually like her because she was so different. You know, she was worried about being hurt. She also had that whole affinity with the elderly, and she took embroidery to heart, like through the generations, making something, being a part of something bigger kind of thing. But she's really the only one apart from Yoko who I would say had any kind of separate personality from the other girls.
I do agree, because, you know, I was watching it and going, who's that one again? Who's that one again? Green eyes? Orange eyes? However, like, as you said, Yoko, again, for me, is the favorite character so far, because she's deceptive, she's a bit duplicitous, she's very ambitious, she knows what she wants and she's trying to get it, and I like that. Then you've got Mami, who is passionate, but quietly so, quiet and confident in her passions. And the opening scene where they were, well, I don't know if it was a scene or a dream or whatever, but that whole opening hockey match, which was pretty well drawn, and you saw the teamwork and the passion behind it, because they all said the same mantra about connecting with the puck during the game, and I thought, you know what, that's pretty cool and pretty sound. So it was nice, and I feel like it was deliberate that they put that first, because they realized what the rest of the episode was going to be like. So they needed to put something to make sure, guys, we're going to get to this. All right, we just need to lay down the backstory in it. So in terms of character development, only one character was developed deep enough for me to care about. The rest of them could get something, but I'm not 100% sure it's going to happen. I feel like they're all going to end up in the same fold and all move as one character, so they'll develop them as one character moving forward.
World building. So, like I said, it's kind of like a slice of life type sports anime, so there's not much in the world building that really needs to be done. They're taking on some new experiences, but everything is kind of just like the real world, basically. However, I do like the sort of culture that they've built around them, as these girls are friends, but they're like family. One of them has like a open outdoor bath, and they all sort of go together. They're like family members kind of thing, like they're really close, and I'm guessing that the other two girls that they've just met gonna be like that as well, like you said at the beginning, how they had them playing together. The two girls that they've just met, I mean, in terms of their closeness, they seemed like they were all just one friendship group. I was actually surprised when we carried on watching and I realized that they hadn't met those girls yet, because I thought they were going to all be sort of together. But I want to know like why they need so many girls to join the team. The Dream Monkeys seem to be like a famous or high profile team, but we didn't see any other team members there. And also in the maybe flash forward, I don't know, at the beginning we didn't see any other team members, so that's kind of weird. If they're such an up there team, they should have a lot of team members sort of there. And it was just odd that if there are team members there, they didn't meet them.
I noticed how it looked like it was normal that they were dancing after the show. It also looked like it was normal that they were winning their matches. And this is all from the first, 2 minutes or whatever it was from that hockey game. It looked very normal. So they've clearly intend to or have already built the culture of standing out as a hockey team or whatnot. And as a sports anime, I think they've built the sports part poorly in this situation. They focus too much on the other things of the world. But again, they've got 12 or 13 episodes in order to rectify that, and I'm pretty sure they will, because if they're facing Canada, which is a stretch, in a hockey game for the finals in the Worlds, then obviously they're going to be a good team by the end of it. So they're going to build that side up a bit more. That's how I see world building.
Execution. Okay, I don't really have that much to say about this section. I mean, for right now, we know that they're just starting out with hockey and eventually it's going to be their goal to sort of be the best in the world. There's not really much to say. I would say, based on my extensive knowledge of sports anime and the vast amount that I have watched, I would place this not as good as Burning Kabaddi, not as bad as Hanabado, because I've watched so many, so I'm picking out just a few that I have watched.
Yeah, or 2.1. Okay.
I watched half of Kuroko's basketball?
Yeah, so, okay, in terms of plot execution, basically I need to make it poignant that you understand that the graphics are flipping amazing on this.
They are.
And the song choice at the end was actually really cool. And even that little song and dance routine they did in the beginning. Not my cup of tea. I'm not into that whole cutesy K-pop sort of dancing thing. But I can see how entertaining it was. I mean, they had the beat, they had dancing. It's entertaining. And it moved the plot along because it actually justified, or I guess was a window into seeing what Yoko's mentality was. So in terms of the plot, there was no plot for the first episode. This was just a background filler.
To the verdict! Creativity, hot or not?
It's a hot for me, and only because of Yoko.
It's also a hot for me as well. Within context of the anime, like, yeah, it was a hot. Entertainment, hot or not?
It's a not for me. I wasn't entertained.
I would say that this one is a hot for me. It was a little bit funny, and although it's not the type of anime that I would usually go for, I really don't mind watching an anime like this. Character development, hot or not?
It's a not for me. And even though Yoko and Mami were developed more than the others, in the grand scheme of things in terms of character development, there's not a lot of motivation there, there's not a lot of conflict there, there's not a lot of backstory enough for me to care about the characters, so no.
I think I'm gonna be really nice on this one and say that although the girls don't have too much of a personality, they did have about 8 characters that they introduced us to. It is really hard to get any of them like developed properly, so I think that when it comes to like a lot of characters, you do have to concentrate on just a couple, and I think that Yoko was a really well-rounded character. Mami was like a kind of almost coming out of there. You know, I'm just going to be really nice on this one because it could have very, very easily gone the other way as a not. World building, hot or not?
Yeah, I'm going to put a not for this as well. I don't think good graphics doesn't make the world. Intellectual consistency does. And it came out of left field and they didn't explain the whole dancing thing well enough for me to say, okay, this is normal. It just looked normal. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, this is a not for me as well. Like, there's no way I could give them a heart, even if I was being the nicest person in the world. They just didn't do enough, and I still feel like the dancing came out of left field. That was really surprising because I did not see that in the trailer that I watched. So I did not see that in any of the descriptions that I read about this anime. So it was just no. Plot execution, hot or not?
There was no plot, so unfortunately this or not.
Massive not, it's obvious why it's not. There you have it. I have gone for a really nice 3 out of 5 hot, and Big Boy Sama has gone for a massive 1 hot out of 5. So catch us. Oh, I feel sorry for them.
Why?
Catch us next time and see if our hot or not verdict holds up. I'm pretty sure mine will not, but there we go.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
Peace.